Okay, let's just dive right into this. Right now, most crypto brands are making the exact same mistake. They're operating under this massive illusion that simply getting a feature in a crypto publication is somehow going to automatically build trust with their audience. Well, we aren't operating on assumptions today. In this explainer, we're doing a deep dive into a post-mortem based on 6 full months of Web3 PR campaign data. We want to find out exactly why some highly funded launches literally vanish in 24 hours and what actually creates real, lasting authority.
So, right off the bat, we've got to ask the big question. Does a press release build authority? And the data reveals a pretty hard truth here. A press release alone absolutely does not create authority. In fact, over 70% of the generic launch campaigns we analyzed completely dropped out of the conversation within a day. Gone. And here's the real kicker. They were operating in the exact same industry, pitching to the exact same media landscape as the winners, but getting completely, totally different results.
You know, the crypto industry moves faster than almost any other market on the planet. But there is a massive distinction we need to make between visibility and trust. Visibility? That's just short-term, hype-driven attention. Trust, on the other hand, is long-term credibility. It's legitimate building. In the fast-paced Web3 space, users are actively questioning project legitimacy. They're constantly asking themselves, can I actually trust this project? Is this company legit? And are they actually building something real? Or is this just hype? So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to unpack the crypto PR illusion, why authority beats announcements, how the distribution ecosystem actually works, dissect why most campaigns flop, and then hand you the 2026 PR playbook.
All right, let's get into Section 1, the crypto PR illusion, where attention is definitely not trust.
Moving to Section 2, authority over announcements and how to actually build your narrative.
The data showed us something absolutely fascinating. The biggest winners out there weren't just loudly shouting generic news like, hey, look, we launched a new platform. Honestly, those basic announcements instantly just become ignored background noise. Instead, the winners build a compelling narrative around how they are solving a major problem in digital finance. Because media outlets and their readers don't just need news, they need to know why they should care. The campaigns that perform the best focused entirely on providing that level of authority.
So how exactly do you pull off that narrative? Well, the strongest campaigns anchor their news to massive macro trends. They tap into things like institutional adoption, changing regulations, real-world assets, or, the collision of AI and crypto. It's like a giant puzzle, and they are showing where their piece fits. The lesson here is pretty clear. Stop simply promoting your product's basic features and start steering the industry conversation around these broader shifts in financial innovation.
On to Section 3, the distribution ecosystem, or moving way beyond just a single link.
Look, having great content combined with weak distribution is a completely failing strategy. You literally can't spend weeks crafting an amazing announcement only to drop a single link and cross your fingers. A truly strong campaign requires the whole shebang, a complete ecosystem. We're talking media coverage backed by active community discussions, high founder visibility, authority posts on LinkedIn, and mentions in industry newsletters. The goal isn't just closing your eyes and hoping for one viral moment. It's about creating repeated, consistent credibility signals across all these different channels.
Now for Section 4. Let's look at why most campaigns flop. The anatomy of a failure.
I kind of have to smile at this one, because we have all seen this exact headline 1,000 times, right? Revolutionary Web3 platform changes everything. It's the ultimate cliché copy-paste announcement. The huge problem here is that everyone says the exact same thing. The market is just completely flooded with this identical, overhyped messaging. And yeah, while this kind of short-term hype might generate a few quick clicks, the data proves it absolutely fails to attract the investors, users, and partners who are actually looking for real credibility. So how did the strongest brands successfully break away from all that short-term noise? Well, instead of claiming to be quote-unquote revolutionary, they doubled down on credibility. They prioritized absolute transparency, they offered genuine expert market commentary, and they utilized research-backed stories to cement their long-term positioning. Basically, this is exactly how you prove you aren't just a flash in the pan, but a resilient, serious builder.
And finally, Section 5, the 2026 PR playbook, which is your blueprint for trust.
Based on all the campaign data we just went through, here is your definitive playbook for earning legitimate trust over the coming years. Step 1, become a source, not just a company. Actively educate the market to build your authority. Step 2, create stories around industry shifts so people actually know why your work matters. 3, Back that up with high founder visibility to build a vital human connection. 4. Distribute this far beyond a single publication by combining media, social, and community. And finally, 5. Play the long game. PR is a reputation asset, and it compounds over time.
The next phase of this industry is definitely not going to be won by the loudest companies. As regulation increases and as institutional adoption really grows, the competition is only going to get fiercer. In 2026 and beyond, trust is going to be your ultimate competitive advantage. It's what will separate the serious, legitimate projects from absolutely everyone else.
So I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. If you are building a crypto, blockchain, or Web3 company right now, ask yourself, are you just announcing your updates, or are you actually building a reputation? Because in this next era, visibility might get you a fleeting moment of attention, but credibility is what actually secures the business.
Subscribe and visit Web3 Newswire for visibility and credibility of your Web3 projects.